Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to teach you how to use Astra's pre-built website templates. Once you open up your WordPress website for the first time, it's going to be pretty bare. You might not have any posts on there, and it might not look very good either. So either you're having a hard time trying to customize it from the default customizer here on the dashboard, and if we click on this, you'll see that it's a bit challenging to navigate the stock website customizer. Now there's some things here, yes, but you'll see in a bit the beauty and ease that WordPress Astra themes, especially the starter templates, gives us when we want to make a website. Let's get started by installing Astra. We're here on our dashboard. On the left sidebar, hover over Appearance and click on Themes. Now, you might not have any other themes here except for the default ones, so we can click on Add New Theme and type in here Astra, and it should appear right here. So let's click on Install. Oops. Okay, it's installing. Once it's installed, we can click on Activate, and our theme is now activated. Let's refresh our dashboard over here. Let's head back to the home page of our dashboard, and we now have this Astra tab. Let's click on Dashboard under Astra, and we should have our dashboard of Astra right here. Okay, once it's loaded, we ought to install starter templates. So click on that, and it should install our starter templates for us. Okay, so now starter templates is activated, we can go over here to this tab and head over to the starter templates website builder. Okay, so once we're here, let's go ahead and click on Build with Templates. And that takes us to Astra's catalog or library of all of their starter theme templates. Now, if it's anything that you want to do, whether it's be a vlogger, or be a, oops, there could be one here. You could be a music teacher, you could be a bakery. Most things that you type on here will have a theme dedicated for it. Now, some of them are going to be premium, so you need a plan from Astra in order to use these, but disregarding the premium themes, there is a plethora of different kinds of themes that we could use for our site. Now, imagine having to do all of this layout yourself. That would probably take an eternity. So we want to make our lives a bit easier, so let's go ahead and choose one of these templates. Let's click on this, and I'll show you how to customize your site logo and your fonts and your colors while we're in the WordPress Astra customizer. So this looks good. We have our footer down here, we have our header here, and we can test out the site like a test drive and see how the site loads and see if that's what we want. Okay, and if you click this, where would it take us? Okay, nowhere, because it doesn't link anywhere. So we can see all of the pages, and it looks good. So let's click on Continue. And if you wanted to add any of these features, you can go ahead and click on Check. But we don't need any of these, so we can skip that. And we can submit and build the website. So it's installing all of the necessary plugins and deleting things it doesn't need or importing things it needs. But If you found this video helpful so far, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. We really appreciate it. Okay, so once it's done, we can go ahead and view our website, and that takes us to our live view. And here is our site using the template. Well, as of the moment, this is our site, but this is just the template that we're going to use to base our new website off of. So we have here the stock theme, and it's very bare, it's very ugly, and we have this, we can work with this. So let's go ahead and head over to our dashboard, and let's go to our customizer. Now we can either click on customize from here, or we can go over here, hover over Astra, and click on customize. That would take us to the Astra customizer. Okay, so once we're here, let's go ahead and get started by changing the site identity and our fonts and our colors. So let's click on global over here, and the first one is typography. Now we have a bunch of presets here, and you'll see that each one of these headings and the body text changes. Alternatively, we could go ahead and change the font based on any of the pre-installed fonts. So we have this. Let's see how that looks like. Oh, that's body font. There you go. How about here on, it's a cherry something. Cherry swat. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay, let's choose something a bit more conservative. Okay, that looks about good. This actually looks pretty like 70s, I think. And we could either use the presets, like I said, or we can change the fonts individually. We have another video where you can install Google Fonts, or you can install your own fonts that you downloaded or made yourself if you wanted to do that. Now, these fonts are for your paragraphs, and let's see if we can find a page or a post with the different headings on them. I don't think we have any here, unfortunately. Let's just go back to home and let me demonstrate it real quick. So these headings are for your paragraphs, for the bullet points and your outline. This might be it. We can change the font according to each one, and they should all be the same. Oh, this one's different. So let's go ahead and change this. And we don't, oh, there we go. It's changed now. So we can change this, and you see it's different from the other headings. Okay, and then we can also change our paragraph margin bottoms, but we don't have to mess with that at the moment since our website is pretty well fleshed out. We can also put underlines on the links, and I don't think there are any. Oh, there we go. You'll see over here, and it looks better without it. Okay, next, how about the colors? Let's go ahead and change the colors over here, and we have these styles, these 3 styles, and these are just quick clicks, and we have color palettes here, and we can change the look depending on what we're feeling like, whether it's a different season or what, and you can individually change the colors here. So let's go with this orange here, and let's see what we can do if we turn something fuchsia. Okay, we'll just keep it there just so you can see that we've customized this. Obviously, if you wanted to use your own color, you definitely could, and we're only doing this so that you could see. Okay, and then we can change our site background too, like for instance here, and I'll try to use a color that's not as offensive. There we go. Blue. And you can see the contrast, and you can see which elements here, which blocks here are using background images for their backgrounds. And we have another video on how to change the colors of all of the menus and everything, and how to get color swatches online. So check that one out too. Okay, how about we change the colors and the fonts of the buttons? We can click on button over here, and we can change the shape. We can make it a square. We can have the color or no color. And you'll see that these buttons over here aren't the same as this button for some reason. And that's something to do with the fact that this is a header. This is something very different compared to what else you see on the rest of the website. So we'll make these square with color, round, I guess, there. And you can see that it changes also the shape of the one here, but the colors are different. So let's keep it like this, and let's make it hover. Oh, there we go. Okay, that looks much better. And you can also change the font for the buttons in particular here. Let's choose some random one just to make it clear that we've made changes, and then we can go back. And let's take a look at about changing now, or adding, that is, our site icon to the top here and our site name. So let's click here on the header builder, and you'll see that we have a block editor looking thing here, and we have our primary menu. And if you'll see that once I move it over here, it will shift position up towards the center once it finishes loading. That looks pretty good. And we can put this up here. Okay. Or we can put it down here in the middle bottom. And we can now customize our site title and logo. Oops, it probably looks better here. Okay. Let's customize our site title and logo. And we can change the logo to one of ours, of course. And hopefully it skipped cropping. Okay, there it is. And it's pretty big. So we can put it up here, and we can decrease the size just so it fits in. Okay, and I've shifted it around here for a bit just to make it easier for us to see. And I'll put it back here. And we can make this bigger or smaller and make it inline or not. And it seems to be working pretty nice. And we can toggle whether or not we can see our site title, which is here. You see this WA over here. And we can change that to website assets, just so you guys can see. And you can enable it and disable it depending on which device or user is using. You can make that inline here. Okay, and it's enabled for all. And we can change the design. So our logo color will have a certain color. Obviously, that wouldn't change because it's a solid image. See? And we can change our title color to white just to make it easier to see. And let's make this blue as well. Okay. And then our tagline will also be white just so it's easier to see. Okay. And let's reload our page just to see what happened to our icon over here. This preview is a bit buggy. For some reason, it tends not to show our logos and stuff. So if that doesn't work, let's unselect that and it reappears. So we can have that there, or we can put this to the side and we can put this down here in the middle just so everything's in line. And that's looking pretty good. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we can also change the site with our pages, with our menu. But right now we're concerned with setting up our template with our brand identity. So, okay, we've changed the colors to our brand colors. We've changed the fonts to our brand fonts. And we've added our site identity, such as our logo and our site name and tagline to our header over here. But how do we change all of this stuff here, all of this text and this background here, and Website Assets isn't a music teaching company. We are a free education WordPress kind of company. So let's click on Publish to save all of these changes we've made. And you can see the original one over here, and it's published. If we refreshed our live site here, you will see the changes that were made. And let's go ahead and add our own media, our own background. So let's head over to the dashboard here, and we can go over to Posts, click on All Posts. Oh, no, Pages, excuse me, and All Pages, and we can click on the home page here, and it's going to take us to the home page editing page, or the block editor for our home page, that is. Okay, and we can go ahead and change up our whole home page. So if we didn't want piano lessons, we'd say right, fix the grammar a bit, and this should be fine. And we can change it to learn basics, learn how to use Astra. We can change this to right, and we can change our buttons here. And then we can also change what the link is, and we can put our website assets, YouTube, right? This is all self-explanatory stuff. But how about changing the background here? You can click on Style, once you click on this, and the background, you can either change it to a solid color, which here is transparent. You can see here is red. You can change it to a gradient, and you can change where the colors go. You can make it a video, but we don't have one of those. And we can just change the image here with one of our own generated backgrounds. This one was pretty comfy, so let's select that. And that looks pretty good. And we can go ahead and change everything else too. Alternatively, we could also just delete blocks. So we can click on these three dots here, delete this block. We can delete this block, delete the whole thing. Okay, and we now have a gap there. Right? And we can remove these images or just change them to solid colors. Right? And we can also change the opacity. And then the same for these. Let's use a different color. Let's use green. And change the opacity of that as well. We can change this one to a different color. Oops. To a different color. Or let's have a gradient for this one. Okay, and then we can change angle. And that's looking pretty good. So we have our text and images customized to our liking. And if we have written everything that we want to have written, such as our courses and links to our other pages, we can click on Update, and that should save it. And once we refresh our live site, we have our custom colors, we have our custom text, we have our custom images. So I hope this helps you get started with building up your website with the WordPress Astra starter templates. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.